What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another monthly ranking video. It is time to rank all the films I saw in February from worst to best. And like I've done with ranking videos last year, not every single one of these films came out in February, but they're included on this list because they were the first chances I had to watch them. So that's why they're going to be on this list. And I have 11 movies to rank. And I gotta say, it was a rough, and I mean rough, month. Like, February just felt like the dumping ground for movies this year. Like, January was a solid month, but February, on the other hand, not really. There's a few good ones we'll talk about, but there hasn't really been a film I watched in February that I honestly just outright loved. So, oh well, but we do have some good ones to talk about, as well as a few stinkers, but if you guys love movie reviews, physical media content, watch-alongs, hangout streams, all that good stuff, hit the subscribe button down below and that notification bell right next to it so you never miss a post. Hit that thumbs up and share this video. You guys know what to do. Anyways, guys, let's get to the ranking. Coming in at number 11, this should not be a shock to anybody. The Strangers Chapter 3. Yeah, you guys should have expected this to be last place on the ranking list anyway. This was awful. Like, this is about as bad as the last two films. I still think Chapter 2 is the worst one, but this one's close, man. Madeleine Petsch, she's trying. Like, she really is trying, but this trilogy has not showcased any of her talents whatsoever. And this movie is just 90 minutes of a nonsensical bore fest. And they, of course, like Chapter 2, try to give us answers about who the strangers are. And now, after 3 movies, we know who they are, and we didn't need to know because it completely defeated the purpose. Coming in not far above it, at number 10, is Night Patrol. Have you guys even heard of this movie? Here's a good pitch for you. Corrupt LAPD Night Patrol officers, but they're actually vampires. And you have Justin Long in one of the lead roles. That's a great, ticket buy right there, right? It should be, but this film is a tonal mess, and this movie is all over the place, riddled with ideas that are cool on paper, but they felt like they were just shoved in, just because there was 4 writers attached to this film, and you can tell it kind of felt like one of those things where it's like, throw everything at the wall and see what sticks, or also one of those cases where it's like they were writing it as they were shooting, and then the movie just ends. They even tried throwing in a superhero idea, and I'm like, what are you trying to do? The tone of this film is just all over the place, man. All right, number 9 and number 8, I actually switched because this one was originally number 8, but the more and more I sit and think about this film, the more I dislike it. And it might be a little bit controversial, I don't know. Quite a few of my friends I talk to do not like this movie, but there are some people out there that really do like it. Number 9 is Wuthering Heights. I know, it might be a bit of a hot take, I don't know, but I could not stand this movie. I thought it was absolutely boring. I was in the theater with 2 other people, and I was just bored out of my mind. The cinematography, the music, the production design, the costumes, the technical aspect on display here is great. The technicals are the best parts of the whole film. Margot Robbie and Jacob Elordi, they give solid performances, but they're not career best performances. They've given way better performances in other films. But their characters, I can't even root for them. I never care about their characters. All they do is either argue or make out. That is pretty much what they do whenever they're on screen together. And then they try to go for some really weird angles where I was like, this just completely took me out of the movie. And when the ending happened, it tries to be super emotional. I couldn't connect with it because I didn't care. Now, like I said, Wuthering Heights was going to be number 8, but like I said, I switched it so now number 8 is Scream 7. Yeah, this was a huge disappointment. This is probably going to go down as the most disappointing movie of the year for me. There was potential here. There was so many cool things that you could have done, but they played it way too safe. I will say it was entertaining enough for the first 2/3, but when it got to the third act with the Ghostface reveal and the motivation, I just completely checked out. And then it just becomes a complete nostalgia bait film. Like, even during the film before the third act, there was quite a few scenes that were callbacks to the other films. Like, hey, remember this moment that happened in this one? Remember this moment? Remember this? It felt like that, and it was just such nostalgia bait that it got annoying after a while. Coming in at number 7, and we are still talking negatively, dude. I hate that. Like, I hate that we're like 5 movies in now on this list, and we're still talking negatively, man. I'm telling you, February was a really bad month for movies. But number 7 is a film called Twisted. I'm pretty sure a lot of you have not even heard of this movie, but this is a new film from Darren Lynn Bousman starring Lauren Lavera and Djimon Hounsou. Good concept at display here, and there's some cool ideas that they try to go for, which seem good on paper, but when they're executed in the film, it honestly just goes all over the place. Like, again, it's another one of those cases where it's like there's way too many ideas being explored here. And there even tries to be like an idea of this film that is somewhat like Saw. And it does some cool ideas with it, but not enough to a point where it makes me care. Like, I couldn't connect with the story or anything like that, but Lauren Lavera and Djimon Hounsou give very good performances, and there is some cool stylistic choices. But honestly, I kind of forgot I even watched this film. It's a very forgettable film, unfortunately. I hate saying that. But if you guys enjoyed this film, glad you do. But again, another big disappointment for me. Now we're starting to get away from the bad movies here, but still not quite talking super positive here. But number 6 is a film called The Bluff. It's a new Amazon Prime action movie that came out not too long ago, starring Priyanka Chopra Jonas and Karl Urban. And it's kind of centered around, like, the time of pirates. It was a fun little movie. Like, there's really nothing much about it that will make it stand out. Like, even though there's one action sequence in particular that's one shot, I thought it was cool. Priyanka Chopra Jonas and Karl Urban, I think, are good in the film. There's some fun action sequences in there. There's some good gore. But the movie really has nothing much else to offer besides that. It's just a streaming movie that you could just watch at home, like on a Sunday afternoon when you really have nothing else to watch. Or you could just watch it or have it on in the background, like while you're doing chores or something like that. It's one of those kinds of streaming action movies, but it's a fun enough one. Like, there's really not much else to say besides that, but it's watchable, but definitely forgettable. All right, number 5 is a film that technically got a wide release in 2025, but got more wider this year. And this was the first chance I was able to watch it, and that is The Secret Agent. This was one of the Best Picture nominees I needed to watch before the Oscars this year. And this was a solid movie. Like, do I think it's like Best Picture worthy or anything like that? No. Like, this movie is 2 hours and 41 minutes. Same runtime as One Battle After Another, mind you. And this movie just moves at a snail's pace. It's a really slow movie. There really wasn't much to the story that I could really get myself into. It's really well made. There's a couple of really good action sequences in here. The cinematography, the 1970s aesthetic, look, costumes, and the color grading, great stuff. Wagner Moura is very good in this film. He gives a very good performance, but I don't think his performance is Oscar-worthy like Joel Edgerton in Train Dreams. Like, I don't think it's Oscar-worthy or really like awards buzz-worthy in my opinion. People might disagree with me, but I really didn't think his performance was like an Oscar-worthy performance. The movie overall is a slow burn and not really one I really plan on revisiting anytime soon. Like, it's just a good one and done for me. 4 through 1, we can finally start talking positive about these movies. And these are the films that I watched in February that I really enjoyed. So number 4 is The Plague. This is a coming-of-age drama mixed with horror aspects, and it is very good. It's definitely more of a coming-of-age teen drama more than a horror film, but they blend in some horror aspects, and I think they do a really good job, like especially with the score of the film. You could consider it a horror film just with the eerie score. The score has a very eerie and creepy vibe to it, and that I thought was awesome. I thought the performances from everyone in this film, they did a very good job. It does a really good job at tackling subjects like bullying, teenage anxiety, and trying to fit in. It's the type of subject that can resonate for a lot of people, and I think they do a really good job with that. The cinematography and the film grain look to it also did a very good job. It's just a really good, like, emotionally resonant film, even though I do think it ends a bit too abruptly, and it's not really a film I'm going to revisit a ton. But for a one watch, I really enjoyed this. I definitely would recommend checking this movie out. Coming in at number 3, easily the biggest surprise of the month, and easily one of the biggest surprises of the year, is GOAT. This was such a fun animated film. Like, the trailers for this film did nothing for me. Like, there was nothing about it that was, like, interesting to me. But when the reviews came out, I was like, this might actually be good. Went and saw it with my best friend. I really enjoyed this film. The voice acting was very good. The animation is very stylistic and very energetic. It's Sony Pictures Animation, and they do such a good job with animation, like with the Spider-Verse films, the Mitchells versus the Machines, K-pop Demon Hunters. Like, they are great with animation and how to craft it. There's some really good, like, basketball scenes. Even though they call it Roarball in the film, it's still technically basketball. It does kind of hit you over the head with its message just a little bit, and it's definitely a story you've seen done 1,000 times before. This was still a really solid animated film, like I said, with great animation, really good voice acting, also some really good laughs, I will admit. So if you have kids and you want to go take them to see an animated film, definitely go see this. Coming in at number 2 is Dead Man's Wire. This is a new true crime drama starring Bill Skarsgård. He gives an excellent performance in this film. Like, the dude at this point can just play anything from, like, Pennywise, Count Orlok, you know, something like Boy Kills World, Locked. Bill Skarsgård is one of my favorite actors working today. It's because of those films that I just listed and this movie. He gives such a great performance. Again, the 1970s look, just like The Secret Agent, they do a great job at capturing the 1970s look with the costumes, like the look of the movie, the film grain. You also do get really good supporting performances from Dacre Montgomery and also Coleman Domingo. But Al Pacino was just there for the paycheck, I will say. Not a very good performance from him. And the film is definitely a slow burn. But if you like true crime dramas, like ones that are based on true stories, I highly recommend this one. Like I said, definitely a slow burn, but one worth checking out. But coming in at number 1, even though this is number 1, this is still not really a film I would say I loved, but I still really enjoyed. And number 1 is Crime 101. This is the new film written and directed by Bart Layton, who also directed one of my all-time favorite films, American Animals. And you have a great cast here. You got Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo, Halle Berry, and Barry Keoghan, and also Nick Nolte, Monica Barbaro. Loaded cast. And this is a very solid heist thriller. A lot of people give comparisons to the film Heat. I can see that in a way, but I kind of liken this film to The Score with Robert De Niro and Edward Norton, where it's much more of like a slow burn kind of heist movie. It's definitely a bit more of a dialogue driven kind of heist movie. You do get some action sequences here and there, but they're very few and far between. And also, like I said, with something like Dead Man's Wire, this film is very much a slow burn. And there also is a couple of subplots that I don't really feel like served a purpose to the film. I haven't read the book, so I really don't know if they also serve a purpose in the book. But if you have read the book, let me know in the comments. But I just thought this was a really solid heist thriller. So if you like heist movies, and especially if you love movies like Heat or The Score, definitely check this movie out. And that is it, guys. That is all 11 movies I saw in February 2026, ranked from worst to best. And in March, we got some good ones. By the time of recording this video, I will be seeing The Bride tonight, so look forward to a review coming out for that very soon, along with Hoppers, which I'm going to be seeing tomorrow at the time of recording this, so look forward to those reviews coming. But we also got films like Undertone, Project Hail Mary, Ready or Not 2, They Will Kill You. Like, we got some good films to look forward to in March. So once again, hit that subscribe button down below and that notification bell right next to it so you never miss a post. Hit that thumbs up and share this video. You guys know what to do. Anyways, guys, that's it for me today. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.